The first exercise that we'll be doing for vibrato are knuckle warm-ups. The reason why we want to warm up our knuckles is we're going to be using small, tiny parts of our fingers that we haven't used before, and we want to make sure that they're nice, loose, and relaxed and free of tension before we start playing with vibrato so that we can prevent any possible injury. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take with my left hand my first finger and my thumb. I'm going to touch the tips together just like this, and then I'm going to make that joint flat and then curvy, or down and then up, down and then up. Let's do that together 8 times in a row. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's move on to middle finger or second finger. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next exercise that we'll be doing will help open up your elbow and promote flexibility in your fingers and wrist. Starting in first position, slide up the fingerboard all the way to the shoulder and tap your strings 3 times. Then you're going to slide back to first position and tap your strings again. Slide up, tap, 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 slide back, tap, 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 slide up, tap, 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 slide back, tap, tap, tap. The next exercise that we'll be doing is a kind of controlled vibrato motion. In playing position, I'm going to put my second finger on my second finger tape on A string. If you're playing viola, I'd suggest putting your second finger on your second finger tape on D string. I'm going to make sure that my finger is curved, it's not flat or straight. I'm using the tip of my finger. And then the last thing I want to check to make sure is that there's a space between my first finger and the neck of the instrument. I don't want to be pressed up against the neck. I want there to be a space there. I'm going to set my metronome to 60 beats per minute, and then I'm going to alternate between having my finger in this curved position and rolling my hand back so my second finger becomes flat. So we're going to do this nice and slow. Metronome set to 60. Ready, and stay down, up, 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 down. 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. The next exercise is a combination of the exercises that we've been doing. We're going to start with a sliding motion, but this time we're going to have my second finger down nice and gently, barely putting any pressure down on the strings. And I'm sliding my second finger up and down, up until the shoulder and back. As I slide, I'm going to get a little bit faster, but a little bit shorter with my slide, so I'm not going all the way up until the shoulder. And once I reach that second finger position, I'm going to plant my second finger down, plant my thumb, increase the space between my first finger and the neck, and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. For the next exercise, we'll practice transferring the vibrato motion between fingers. A common problem we find with vibrato is when we vibrate 2 notes together, one after the other, sometimes our vibrato motion stops as we move our fingers. So we're going to practice avoiding that with this exercise. Put your first finger down on first finger tape on either D or A string, and then you're going to do your 8th note vibrato motions, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then as you come up with your first finger for that curvy motion, you're going to put your second finger down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and switch. First finger down, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and switch. 2 and 3 and 4 and switch. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and switch. 3 and 4 and. The next exercise is a scale with measured vibrato, or vibrato motions that have a strict rhythm. We're going to do a D major scale, putting vibrato motions on every note with a finger, including our 4th finger, and we'll be doing it in quarter note rhythms. Ready, go. Finally, we'll do a scale and whole notes with vibrato on each note. Make sure your vibrato doesn't stop between each note. Ready, go.